been on my mind. Gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero. We are back at it again with another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. And today, we're going to jump right on into it. Before we do that, I want to make sure to remind everybody to hit that like button on the way in. Also, especially if you've been here more than 2 times or you're rocking with your boy every week, hit that subscribe button. While you're subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell notification, turn all on. And last but not least, on my request of how you can help support the channel, go ahead and share the video. Get me out into the algorithm. Let's have the conversation. Let's talk about it. We're going to jump right on in here. We are coming in. Happy hump day. Those of you receiving this on Wednesday, halfway through the week, if you're not having the week that you want to have, it is not too late to pivot and make the changes necessary to have the week that you want to have. Also, we are doing this recording Tuesday evening, November 18th. Just want to go ahead and put that out there. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, we've got Bitcoin sitting at the ripe price of $92,025.80. We saw it dip below $90,000. The bears, the day traders, are going crazy because apparently they told us we were going back to the 90s. We're going back, and now they're saying that we're going down to 84. Do I care? Personally, no. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But that's what they're saying, while showing green numbers and trades that may or may not be theirs. Because I mean, if you're making $40,000 a day, then why are you on the internet? It's the first question. Because I know people who, it's funny, in the industry that I'm in, I actually know people who make like $40,000 a day. They're not on the internet talking about making $40,000 a day like it's some sort of flex on Facebook. Just saying. They're also not making content on Facebook. They're also not trying to be comedians if they're making $40,000 a day. You got better stuff to do. Just saying. Just saying. Somebody's lying. Don't know who it is. Don't really care because all I got to do is run my race. Ethereum back above 3,000 at $3,088.28. This is live updating. Shout out to CoinGecko for this wealth of information that we reference every episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. Which puts us at Bitcoin dominance at 56.7%, Ethereum dominance at 11.5%, and Ethereum gas fees at 0.091 Gwei. Good time to make some trades. You know, if you're into making some adjustments, now might be the time to do so. Just saying. And then moving on to the top 3 trending coins as of this recording. At number 1, we have Caldera. At number 2, we have Firo. And at number 3, we have Aster. Moving right along, we'll go ahead and get to the top 5 gainers and losers. Now, we're going to start off with the top 5 gainers. I hope that everyone gets an opportunity to bask in the glory of being on this list. I also hope that when you are on this list, it is a triple-digit plus experience for you, and that you actually pull some profits if you have the mind to do so. Because if you're getting triple-digit returns, you'll probably take some chips off the table and put them into something that's going to be around a little bit longer, because 90% of the time, the stuff that's up here might not be up here for very long. Let's get it started. At number 1, we have it ranked 954. We have Amaterasu Omikami. Amaterasu Omikami with a gain of 197.4% in the last 24 hours. Let's give the round of applause for that, because that's freaking awesome. Those guys are winning. At number 2, we have it ranked 746. The official 67 coin with a gain of 82%, respectable. At number 3, we have it ranked 391, Anoma coin, with a gain of 58.2%. At number 4, we have it ranked 855. We have Planet 9 at IX, Roman numerals for 9, with a gain of 37.4% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, rounding out the list, we have at rank 349. We have Meta DAO with a gain of 34.3% in the last 24 hours. Now we're going to move over to another list. It's the top losers in the last 24 hours. Now, I hope if you end up on this list, you are in one of two camps. Camp number 1, you are looking at a coin and looking for a good entry point. You're just waiting to figure out when you're going to jump in. It's almost like trying to hop in on some double dutch. And right now, if your coin that you're looking at ends up on this list, I'm hoping it's a healthy retracement and there's nothing foundationally wrong with the token, and it's offering you a good opportunity to get in. Camp number 2, you are dollar cost averaging. And just like camp number 1, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with your project, your token, your investment holding. And you're dollar cost averaging, and this is giving you an opportunity to buy a little bit extra on the dip. You get to buy the dip. I'm hoping that if you ever end up on this list, you're in one of those two camps. Otherwise, it's not going to be that fun for you. Let's get to it. At number 1, we have a rank 681. We have Resolve with a loss of 24.6% in the last 24 hours. At number 2, we have it ranked 472, Wrecked, with a loss of 19.3% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, we have it ranked 735, Junction, with a loss of 17.1% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, we have at rank 947, Baby Shark Universe, with a loss of 16.7% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, rounding out the list of the top 5 losers in the last 24 hours, we have it ranked 561, Bitlight, with a loss of 13.5% in the last 24 hours. Now, moving right on along, we got to give some context because, we give the truth about the blood show that is our bull run portfolio. So in the last 24 hours, we're up 3.3% with a total loss of 28.9%. The bloodletting continues. Let's go ahead and jump into it and have a conversation. Obviously, we've been buying in our income portfolio. A lot of the stuff over here is left on stagnation. As we move into the end of the year, we're going to be making some decisions about positions that we're keeping, positions that we're getting rid of. And going into 2026, this list will be heavily condensed and very focused and, just very much different than what it is now because of what we're going to be using it for moving forward. And that's okay. You got to pivot as new information comes in, as strategies change, as tools become available. There's just better tools for the job. And the DeFi market really isn't offering us anything that we can't get in TradFi with a lot less volatility, even though the TradFi portfolios are ugly right now too. I mean, it's just what it is. You got to ride through the cycles. So this is the active portfolio that we've been holding over 2025. Let's take a look at it and see what we got going on. At number 1, we have Solana, SOL. At number 2, we have Thorwallet DEX, TGT. At number 3, we have Ethereum. At number 4, we have Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Provider Token, always a mouthful, JLP. At number 5, we have Aave, AAVE. At number 6, we have Radium, RAY. At number 7, we have Injective, INJ. At number 8, we have Superverse, SUPER. At number 9, we have Avalanche, AVAX. And last but not least, at number 10, rounding out the top 10 of the active tokens list, we have Akash Network, AKT. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump into the conversation. Obviously, we've got a topic, so I got a little PSA at the end here. The long-term Bitcoin buyers' take on the market downturn. Now, when I say long-term, I mean I've been here for over a decade. I started dabbling in Bitcoin in 2013. By about 2016, I was serious about crypto, trying to get rich next Tuesday, and went ahead and gnashed our teeth a little bit, got ourselves some learning in, made some money, lost some money. But I've been buying Bitcoin the entire time. I'd say I probably had like the first 12 months that I was actually purchasing with my own money. I was not buying Bitcoin, but again, trying to get rich next Tuesday. And I got to experience all of the faux pas. I got to try to get rich next Tuesday, getting emotionally invested in a specific project. Hence, I say emotionally invested and not basing it on facts, following the money, any of those smart things that you would do as an investor. I did none of those. I got emotionally invested, tied into influencers, and just believing the hype, the hopium. And then I started buying Bitcoin, like seriously, made it a point to accumulate over an entire Bitcoin. I'd say my cost base is it's under $30,000. And just regularly buying, kind of watching the market going through these bull run cycles. And honestly, what I can say is this one is definitely different. Do I believe in the 4-year cycle hypothesis? I mean, I've been through almost, I think, 3 4-year cycles. And my only question is, it's a simple mathematical question. I'm like, if Michael Saylor and multiple other Bitcoin treasuries are buying and not intending to sell Bitcoin, the only people left to sell is us, which means that eventually we'll have no Bitcoin, and then we'll be right back in the system that we don't want to be in now, where you're using something as a proxy for Bitcoin that somebody else controls, that probably somebody else has the ability to manipulate the supply of that. And then you've got the fiat system all over again, because all of us are locked out of Bitcoin because we sold it all. Me personally, I save in Bitcoin. This market downturn, do I like red numbers? No. But I got red numbers everywhere. There's red numbers in my stock portfolio. There's red numbers in my crypto portfolio. Obviously, the active part of my portfolio has just been bloodletting the entire year. And that's kind of to be expected, I guess. I don't know. My income portfolio is doing what it needs to do. We're attacking the debt. We're getting some money cycling through our personal ecosystem, which I'm going to be doing a video series on. We'll probably go through all the facets of that, and I'll do some breakdowns on how I look at things and what I've set up for myself. And that's been yielding results. Like, obviously, I'm not rich yet, keyword being yet, but I've been telling myself, after this works, when this works, because I'm setting myself up to where failure will be either not an option or come as a horrible surprise that's going to be bad for literally everyone in my position, or worse than my position. So I'm going to go through how I'm setting that up. Hopefully you guys get inspired, get you some ideas about how you can set your personal financial ecosystem up, and maybe start looking at money a little bit different. But for me, the Bitcoin that I buy, I do not intend to sell. The last time I sold Bitcoin was we did sell some off to do a car repair that we were saving up to buy a car. Saving up for large purchases, I do like that in Bitcoin, just because if I'm saving up for something in 2-3 years, I get more bang for my buck in 2-3 years saving in Bitcoin. Like, there's just not anything that's going to outgrow it. Another option that I have at this point with the tools that we have available is setting up an income stream to pay for whatever I want in 2-3 years. also an option. So, there's a couple of places to put money, but I kind of like having everything in Bitcoin because after we get to about $20,000, because I'm not utilizing the Bitcoin I already have, we'll be able to start leveraging the Bitcoin. And like once we can kick over and have that as the flywheel, that's going to be a little bit of a game changer for me personally. I'm excited about it. So as we're moving through, as we're looking at how things go, it's like my end goal for everything is to just be able to buy more Bitcoin. Now, after this month will be low on Bitcoin purchases, obviously, because we're in a bearish trend. So, like, obviously, you're just not buying. It's just that I'm so over invested this month specifically that I am really focusing on trying to get rid of this debt. So it's put me in a position to where like buying additional Bitcoin isn't even an option right now because we have a debt load that we're trying to work our way down. We've also made some adjustments. It seems like every month I end up with some sort of thing that comes up that's $500, which seems to be life in 2025. And we switched gyms, so I like to pay things in bulk, especially if I can get a discount. So my new gym, that was a $500 transition. We're cleaning up the finances. I'm getting rid of subscriptions. I'm condensing down subscriptions that are redundant. One of which being getting rid of my Audible. I love Audible. I do a lot of audiobooks, but my Spotify subscription has a lot of audiobooks in there, which are also free. So I'm paying for two subscriptions that do the same thing at this point. And, being on Audible has been great, but I can listen to my books on Spotify and then I can just download it on Spotify like I do my music. It's one less app to mess with. I still have my books that I've purchased in Audible, which is cool. So like my annuals, my yearlies, I can pull those back up at any time, which is good for me. But yeah, like we're condensing, we're trimming, we're optimizing going into 2026. I'll be doing a video on this as well. But one of my goals, staunch, firmly placed goals, is going to be paying off my consumer debt. And the reason being is I want that income to fuel my investments. Because like once that's done, there are a few other things that I can do from an optimization standpoint. And which end result ends up in me being able to purchase more Bitcoin, which also end result will be me being able to purchase more Ethereum. Those are kind of hand in hand for me. I'm a dual coiner, but my focus is very heavily on Bitcoin because I'll be able to leverage it. And once we get to that $20,000 demarcation point, that also will open up another tier of what I can do within my financial ecosystem. And a lot of this hinges on Bitcoin because even unlocking that tier is going to allow me to buy more Bitcoin because every loan that we turn out, we'll buy a little bit of Bitcoin. So that's going to be one of the things that I'm very much looking forward to. I'm not worried about buying. Like right now is a huge buy point, and I know that I'm missing a boat, and it's irking me to the point to where like I might be breaking that rule, to be honest, because prices are just so low. I'm like, yo, like we're gonna turn some buying back on. I'm buying some of these Satoshis at this price. Like I'm not gonna be able to like live with myself, to be honest, if I don't. So since we're over invested already, we're gonna over invest a little bit more and I guess buy some Bitcoin. Because I like now that I'm doing the video on it, I'm like, this is just ridiculous. It's not that I'm gonna turn all the funds because we have a little bit left. Like this month, we will be getting all the rest of the loan money into the market. And we've already started like chunking down. I've paid my first payment on it. So I've got 23 more payments left. And as well, the interesting thing is, as that loan hits maturity, we're going to be deciding whether we're going to continue, if we're going to have to continue working or not. Like, that's going to be around the same deal, because I've got, as of next month, 20 months on my radar for when I'm going to start hitting a point to where I can either get a less stressful job, less physically impactful job, potentially, take a little bit of time off. And that's going to be an interesting transition too. But by the time the SoFi loan is paid back, I'll be able to, that's going to be around the same time period where we're going to be making some decisions on how we're going to continue to work, if we're going to continue to work, like what that's going to look like. And I'm, like, next year, 2026 is going to be a big, I'd say, telling year. Like, if we start hitting some of the goals that I have in 2026, then that's going to open up and kind of let me know from a trajectory standpoint where I'm sitting, like where I'm at. So, and that whole time we're planning on buying Bitcoin. That's how I save money. Long-term savings, retirement savings, if you would. It's going to be all Bitcoin. There's just no reason for it not to be all Bitcoin for me. And it's because I've been here so long. I've seen Bitcoin at way worse numbers than this, and people have been like, you're stupid for buying. And honestly, like, seeing these people who I've never seen talk about crypto before, like outside of hardly ever, these people who are content creators, like, oh, you tell jokes, like, cool. Like, now all of a sudden you're a professional trader because Bitcoin's hype. Okay. These people who I've never seen talk about finances, then all of a sudden they're a professional trader and they made like $30,000 yesterday. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Where's your hedge fund? Because, like, if you're that good, then you should probably have a hedge fund, right? Like, everybody should be giving you their money. Like, why are any of us trading? If you're so good, like, you're better than BlackRock. Awesome. And, they parrot sentiment, they create engagement posts, and a lot of them get paid to just be online, which is cool. And, I hope that they're actually as good at trading as they say they are, so that way they can, and they're setting some of that money aside, because realistically, it sounds like gambling and very, what is it? Low time preference, ideology. Like, they're thinking about getting rich next Tuesday. Look at what I did today. Oh, Bitcoin went down. It's all over. Like, I've been here for over a decade, dude. Like, it's not all over. And, like, I get it. They laugh at my comments. They're like, who's this guy? Like, well, I don't live online. Like, I have a career, a business, more a whole Bitcoin. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been around a while. Like, I've seen this 3 other times. So I've seen this before, and during those times, it was just people like me here. So it was like people selling and being scared, and it's people and selling and being scared now. But on the other end of that sell is a business, a company, an infrastructure, a wealthier person that is coming in and taking your Bitcoin, and then you get to come in at a worse place. Also, one of the things, and I understand we're speaking past each other in most of these cases, and everybody wants to be right. But for me, the only right is if you win long term. Like, to be honest, like, I don't care if you made $5,000 last Tuesday. I don't care. I really don't. It's last Tuesday. Do you still have the $5,000? Where's it at? Like, the flex is weird. Also, you're still in dollars that are being debased. So, like, if you're sitting on that $5,000 still, it's worth less than what it was last Tuesday. And if you're holding, like, the logic behind it is about the same logic as if somebody came up to me and told me they traded Amazon stock from $20 to $100 and they're such a savvy trader. Like, that's dope, bro. Cool story. It's at 225 right now. So Cool. You traded up to 100 and then got out, and now it's at 225. You know what else would be cool is if you traded Netflix. Hold on. Like if you traded Netflix from $5 to $25, it's $114 now. Like, are you a genius? Maybe. What do you have to show for that? Like, what's your net worth? What's your wealth? And like that's kind of where I hop off the train with those conversations, because okay, like Bitcoin went down to 94. Did you get a whole one? We're 92 now. Did you get a whole one? Oh, Bitcoin might go to 84. Dope. Like I know people that still think Bitcoin's going to 35. Dope. I mean, historically, probably not. Like that's a hella drop off. Like is MicroStrategy selling all their Bitcoin? Is Venezuela going to sell their Bitcoin? Any of the other countries that are dealing in Bitcoin, are they selling all their Bitcoin? Are the Bitcoin treasury companies all going to completely liquidate? Is BlackRock going to completely liquidate? I just, are the sovereign wealth funds going to completely liquidate? Because there's big money, legitimate big money buying Bitcoin at this juncture. So my question is, is it all over? Is everybody packing it up? Like, I don't know. But for me, it's a savings mechanism. That'd be like I don't know people who trade physical bars of gold. Like that'd be kind of stupid. Like you go down to the pawn shop every day. You're like, oh, the gold price went up. I'm gonna go drive all this gold down here and just sell it. And then the price keeps going up, and you're like, well, it's coming back down. Like, okay, cool, bro. Like, cool story. Like you don't know what you had or what you have, and you'll figure it out. Because when I started, I didn't know what I had, and I figured it out. Unfortunately, figuring it out at this point is way more expensive. Like that is a fact. That is a truism. I like, if I could go back, I would have, as soon as I paid off all my consumer debt the first time, I would have, going back in time, I would have switched to a full Bitcoin standard then and had my entire paycheck go into Bitcoin, and then I would have disseminated it out as needed from that point forward. Like that's what I would have done, and I would have been in a way better spot now than what I am. And I'm not complaining about the spot that I'm in now. Very blessed with where I'm at now. But that would have been my one optimization. Like I just don't believe in trading the hardest asset on the planet. Like it just sounds stupid to me personally. Like I like saving it, and I like going, okay, this is money that I'm just not going to look at for five years or more. And then when it is time to look at it, we're going to leverage it. We're never selling it. Like we're never selling it. Like I don't understand why you guys are so adamant about running up that level of a tax bill. Like that's cool. You made $30,000 yesterday. You get to pay taxes on that, trader. It's awesome. Good luck to you. Me personally, like specifically to Bitcoin, like there's things that I do. Like I have my income portfolio. I pay taxes on that. My Bitcoin, I borrow against. And honestly, I borrow against my assets out of that. Well, I used to. Like we're doing an optimization experiment right now where we're running it basically dry and just using the Cash App flywheel, which we're getting ready to evolve that, which I'm excited about. We're starting to make some moves on that. But yeah, overall, like these types of dips don't worry me because it allows me to get additional sats. Now, am I going to be able to run up and get a whole one at these rates? No. But I will be able to get more than what we were getting when I was buying at 125 because I bought the peak. I've bought all the Bitcoin peaks. And you know what? 4 years later, genius plays every single time. Every single time. Like, go look back 4 or 5 years. Good idea to have bought because we were praying for 90. We were praying for 100. Last peak. Still winning. So if you have a low time preference, Like if you're looking way out into the future, then you should know the trade that's happening right now in the grand scheme of things. If you look at the Bitcoin chart, you should know the trade that's happening right now. It's a dollar debasement trade. It's as clear as day. Stuff isn't getting cheaper in dollars. No one who lives in the dollar world goes, hey, stuff's getting cheaper. That's the reason you have these dudes showing you, and their flex online is I made $5,000 yesterday. I made $30,000 off this trade yesterday. Because everything keeps getting cheaper in dollars or getting more expensive in dollars. Everything gets an order of magnitude less expensive in Bitcoin. Way better flex, in my opinion. You're having to ratchet it up and gamble and pray, and like these guys never tell you about their trades that go south. They might tell you about one. It's literally like talking to a gambling addict. Because they have everything to say about the one trade that went right, but they don't tell you that, like, hey, that trade that I just made $5,000 yesterday, I lost $20,000 last week. So you're actually still negative $15,000. But that one trade, that's what they show you, because like then they know, and you engage with them. Or they show you a chart that doesn't even tell what the position is. You also don't know what their position is. And we sit up here at least every month. I show my actual portfolio. They don't show receipts. They show you like a screenshot that's just, the screenshot could have came from anybody. It might not even be their account. And they talk with so much authority because like they have clout. They're like, I got so many subs. They'll be like, yeah, but like nobody's talking to you because of your trading expertise. Like that's not why you have people there. You're trying to like pivot as though you're some great trader. And like, that's not, you're the funny guy. It's different. It's just different. It's a different game. Like these are people that I don't ever see talk about money. You aren't seeing them talk about financial literacy. Like they don't want to have the conversation, like for real. It just is what it is. It's like there's lanes for a reason on the road. Like, and you know, like if you're not going to have receipts, then but I feel that way about a lot of stuff. So that's what we got for today. I'm gonna call it there. Yes, there's blood all over in the streets, which means that there's opportunity, maximum pain, maximum opportunity. Red is when you buy. Like that's, I mean, if you believe in it long term, then this is called a sale. For some of you, fire sale, discount sale. If you're actually interested in buying Bitcoin, it's down 30% from the all-time high we just hit. And, you know, give it a couple of weeks, we probably won't be sitting around here no more. But, you know, could we go lower? Absolutely. Well, guess what? Additional sale. If you're looking 5 years down the road, because you can go look at the Bitcoin chart, which these people never want to talk about as they tell us it's over. It doesn't just go up in a straight line. It's a violent line up, but it is going up. And so, you know, go back 4 years and look at how we got to those numbers, that last all-time high. And if you would have bought that all-time high, guess what? You're in profit now by a good amount. And they told us it was over then too. We're going to call it. It's been another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. I've given my long-term Bitcoin buyers take on the market downturn. Filled it out where I'm at. Be awesome if you guys haven't yet. Hit that like button. Also, do not forget to hit that subscribe and share the video on your way out if you haven't already, and we will be back next week with another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. Till then, it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and I'm out. Peace.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play, man, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, That's what I came for.